Hey everyone, the name is Kris Barocsi and I just wrote film music for the first time in my life. I wrote music for a major cinema movie. Well, kind of. Let me explain it later. And I want to take you on a ride, show you what I'm talking about, first of all, and second of all, my writing and recording process. In case you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss future videos coming up. That would be absolutely amazing. And check out the description box under the video if you want to know anything about my signal chain, additional infos, timestamps of course, and my merchandise, all those things. So what on earth am I talking about? Writing film music, kind of, for a major cinema movie? One of my best friends from high school contacted me and asked if I want to write music for a project that he has. He started working in the movie industry and filming industry many years ago and started doing these VFX stuff. What is VFX? Well, it's those visual effects that we should not see in movies, but they're full of them. Like if you've seen any behind the scenes, you'll see all the actors jumping around in front of green screens. Whatever they have there in that location where they are shooting the scene is not what we will see once the film or the movie is done. So all of these are created in computers, with software, etc. So these 3D effects and crazy effects are what they are doing. My buddy and his company. They created all of these VFX for this huge movie and wanted to create a 3.5 minute long promotional little edit, like showcase what they are doing. My buddy called me and told hey, I would like to have some music for that. And I could not say no to such an interesting project, obviously. He told me, of course, what the movie is about and what kind of music he imagined. So, since it's a Hungarian historical movie, he wanted to have some Hungarian folk song or traditional Hungarian instruments, some kind of element like this in the music. And since he really likes that adventurous feel and vibe of the music of Pirates of the Caribbean, he also wanted some elements of that sort of mixed together. So traditional folk something, song piece or melody, plus Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay. I mean, why not? It sounds awesome. I was just not sure if I can do it. So I went on a hunt and looked for a traditional folk song that I liked the melody of and could imagine working on and sort of changing a bit, etc. I found something and then I started combining that with, for example, the rhythm of Pirates of the Caribbean, which is this so that this I did a first demo. I mainly used guitars and programmed drums and also some synth sounds and some instruments with the software. So I did a first version and looking back at it, I totally get it why Gagger told, nope, it's a little too slow. This was my first version. And then I realized I don't really have the Pirates of the Caribbean vibe he was looking for. So I started working on drums, programming drums that use a lot more toms and the low side tom and brings that rhythm. I changed that original version, made it faster, made it more adventurous, brought in that drum thing, and made it a little heavier. And this is how it sounded then. I muted the guitars at the end to show you what I programmed, like that cello-esque synth low melody plus the flute. That's what should glue everything together. One of those or both are present at all times almost, and those melodies just try to create like common ground between the parts, because there are a lot of things that will happen later on. Also, I recorded guitar parts that are kind of dreamy at this point, but sort of build up tension, which was, again, very important because the goal was to make this sound adventurous and like exciting and sort of, you know, show and represent what the video is all about. And then we arrive to the first chorus, which still keeps some elements of this pre-chorus, but already sound very much chorusy. Then the second chorus, which is very much not a repetition, that's what brings, that's what gets closest to the traditional folk song's melody, which is coming right after that. So I try to sort of connect all the parts in a way, even though things change, that it feels like one thing and not just a collection of little riffs. I'll play the first and second chorus for you to show how that develops. Some delay happening. Yeah, so this chill, dreamy B part with the flute, this is the original melody of that folk song. So I wanted to put that in there somewhere to make it a bit more obvious where the inspiration is from and what kind of vibe we're talking about. I wanted to bring it down the whole track. At this point, we're halfway in, and I didn't want to just keep, you know, banging some rock stuff because it just gets boring if there's no dynamics. 3.5 minutes of just full power. So the second half of this chilled B part is where the guitar comes back in with a Gilmour-esque kind of solo, like a neck pickup single coil solo. I think I recorded that with this guitar or my Tally. I think it was my Tally. I reused the intro part, but I didn't want to just literally copy paste it because, again, it's boring and it's lazy. I did something interesting here. On top of the normal 4/4 rhythm and melody and everything, I brought this rhythm guitar section. Which is a 5-note melody. The bar 1 hit always comes on a different note. I'll try to nod with my head. It's still in 4/4, but it kind of rotates, and that kind of makes you a bit nervous. And in the second pre-chorus, which is coming up now, I created just a second melody to make it, again, a bit more than the first pre-chorus was. Which is a classic trick, of course. If you all of a sudden have like a second melody happening and like a harmony solo happening, that's just always more, you know, more is more. And then we arrive to the final huge chorus part, which has 3 choruses, but all 3 are radically different. The chorus 1 and 2 are sound-wise, and the things that are happening in them are identical to the first time the chorus came, but I re-recorded the melody, the solo melody, because I didn't want to just copy paste the whole thing. And then I wanted a third chorus, like a big, you know, the top of the hill kind of situation in this song, which is much more heavy as well, like more hard rock, whatever, compared to the first and second chorus. And also I recorded a top melody, like a second melody. And I obviously could have just ended the whole track right there, because it's such a peak with all the energy and all the tension and everything. But then I thought, come on, let's bring back that middle section, that original melody just once more, and let the guitars ring out, like all the rhythm guitars doing their thing, just doing a drone basically. By the way, that was my Les Paul in drop D with the Toxic Twins and the Archer Select in front of it. Solid sound. Double tracked, so one recording right, one recording on the left side. And here's the outro. This is what brings us back down to earth. That drone, that is so cool. This thing was so awesome. Let's talk about the recording process. I programmed the drums, this flute sound. I only used Easy Drummer 2, I think, for the drums, and plugins that come with Studio One. I had this flute sound happening. I really like this one. Pretty simple. Put some reverb on it, nothing special. And then I had this cello synth pad. That one I really dig. And then the rest was actual bass and guitar. Tons of tracks, as you can see. Well, not tons, but enough. And I recorded using 4 guitars. I used the bomb quite a bit for like the rhythm stuff and also the normal melody. And also the... then I used the telly quite a bit for that middle section, the chill solo parts. And I used the Les Paul for the heavy drop D rhythm part and the Silver Sparkle Harley Benton for the last solo, where it was much wilder and much more, you know, classic rocky. And use my pink bass, obviously, as always, for all of my tracks where I record bass, which is all the time. Really love that bass. So that's how I recorded it. And if you want to hear and see the whole video, it's on YouTube. I'll put the link right here in the description box below, and at the end of this video in the end screen, you'll see the thumbnail. You can click on it and check it out. That's going to be the whole like 3-minute long sort of VFX promotional show reel, whatever you want to call it. And you can hear the full track under it, obviously. This has been absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about what I did, something wasn't clear, I did not explain something that you really wanted to know, let me know in the comments below. Meet you down there and see you in the next video next week. Bye-bye.